So we are currently in top 4 facing again Mice, who I think was the toughest matchup for me so far, as he has an amazing draft with Charizard, which of course isn't easy with Froslass. Last time I lost was kinda close, but I still lost 2-0. Every game was kinda close though. So this time I'm bringing some slight changes. Froslass is coming with mostly the same set, but I'm running Icy Wind over Ice Beam for speed control, and I changed the spread. It's kinda slower. I'm disrespecting a faster Simispur, but I wanted some extra bulk around. This is mostly 3 KO from Hyper Voice Sylveon and should leave a Meteor Mesh from his potential Scarf Lucario without Snow Onside Mega. And then I have Garchomp Scarf this time. Last time was Rosilberry, which was a smart choice, but the Scarf Lucario was a big issue. I think he could either bring it again or bring it Sash. Either way, I thought I needed to respect the Scarf version, so I went at the Scarf, and in case he's Sash, Scarf is still good, and I made Froslass outspeeded, plus it has Icy Wind, so it can help with the speed control. Anyway, with the speed it outspeeds Scarf Lucario, and when it KOs some bulky Lucarios that run Final Gambit, and it's 2 KO easily on any Sylveon. Plus, with this bulk, it leaves a 30 plus special attack Hyper Voice Sylveon most of the time. Then I went Sash Tyranitar. Last time it was Scarf. I expect him to see the video potentially, I don't know, maybe, so he knows my previous sets. And I think this time around he's gonna bring Aerodactyl over something like the Victreebel, and Scarf Tyranitar isn't as good against Aerodactyl, but with Sash I'm better against the Scarf Lucario. With this speed I outspeed a -1 speed Simispur, and with this much attack I want it KO Sylveon after the Sand Chip if it's very bulky, and Rock Slide for stab and Super Power for Lucario, which when it KOs. With this way, if it's Sash Lucario, I can also Icy Wind plus Super Power. Then Infernape, similar spread to last time, just a bit of extra attack and a bit slower because it's not tying with Froslass anymore. Set is mostly the same. I have replaced Gangshot with Flare Blitz though. This way it's still a lot of damage into Sylveon, and I feel more confident with this considering it does about 50% anyway, and Iron Head to it KOs, so it's the double up steel would KO. And Mach Punch is important because Mach Punch plus Thunderbolt from Froslass KO Aerodactyl, and Stone Edge is there for Charizard. Mental Herb is there, this way I can bring Infernape into Sableye without worrying about the Anchor. And yeah, it's a decent Pokemon in the matchup. Last time I didn't bring it because Sableye was a real issue, but with Mental Herb it can probably be very helpful. Also, I considered at one point bringing Froslass plus a special defense, almost max special defense, which I checked and would have left a Heat Wave in the sun, but then Thunderbolt wouldn't tweet KO Charizard always, and most importantly Thunderbolt plus Mach Punch would not always KO Aerodactyl, but this way I can guarantee it. Toxapex last time was great. I kinda threw the end game in game 2, and I brought it offensive with Gangshot that could KO Sylveon with the Poison Barbs, but this time around I'm bringing it leftovers bulky, mainly because it's very hard for him to hit the Toxapex, and I'm going max special defense almost. This way it's almost unbreakable for him because it resists both stabs from Lucario. Sableye won't do much, and Charizard, if he has Solar Beam like last time, it does maximum like 30%, so with leftovers and Painful Bunker I'm well positioned to leave it. And Wildcard protects against Sylveon and Aerodactyl. Toxic Infestation are good. The only Pokemon I need to worry about is the Gourgeist Sprites, Going plus defense would still be intuit KO, so I just went all in on special defense. From testing, Aerodactyl with White Herb, which could counter Rock Tomb from my Garchomp, plus Sash Digger's Bite would be a big problem for the team. I managed to win against that in testing, but it's not easy. It's probably the worst version you can bring, like team same as last time, but Aerodactyl White Herb over Victreebel and Sash Digger's Bite. In that case, I might not have, I might not be able to bring Toxapex. Anyway, Scovillain is the last Pokemon, like last time, though this time I'm running a different set. Last time it was great, but I decided to go Citrus over Sash in case it doesn't bring the Aerodactyl to the match. This gives it more survivability. The main downside is that this time around it'd be slower than his Digger's Bite, so I cannot threaten a 1-hit KO immediately, but I tank better things like Sylveon and Lucario, which were problematic, and also tank better the Sableye, of course. This spread leaves a weather ball from like Charizard 2 plus or 11 plus special attack, I think, most of the time. It's still a roll, especially on the 11 plus though, and it's most importantly always leaves a weather ball rock, and it leaves a dual wing bit. The speed allows it to outspeed in Sun an Aerodactyl that is 190 speed, and same for a Scarf Lucario that maybe is just running that much speed. Yeah, last time I ran Worry Seed because I'm not Sash anymore and I'm more bulky and I want to preserve the potential bulk it has. I'm running Protect this time. One tech move I had considered last time on the Sash set, which I could have brought, is the Sandstorm. This way with Chlorophyll I could Sandstorm after Charizard Mega Evolves, but before it attacks and make Froslass Weather Ball a rock move. But because of the set I'm running and the fact he had Anchor and potentially has Aerodactyl, this time I'm probably trying to play a bit more defensively with Protect. Yeah, Mice has a great team. It won't be easy even with this prep, but last time I didn't manage to do any testing game. This time I did a couple with Sven, who is in final actually. He has 1 versus card, so if I win I'll be facing Sven next week, so hopefully we can do that. Okay, so actually the same 6, no Aerodactyl, which is a nice surprise, but I'm less prepared against Victreebel than last time. One thing though is I'll try and talk less compared to usual, because I've noticed in the last couple of weeks I've made mistakes, because talking makes the playing part a bit harder for me, so I'll try and maybe talk a bit less. Let's see, okay. I think I'll start with this plan, no Toxapex and no Scovillain. I kinda like this lead because it covers a bit for most things. Okay, let me check Victreebel speed. Same 6 for the both of us as last week. Okay. Digger's Bite this time. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm going for Thick Out and Stomping Tantrum. If he goes for Thick Out, I can see who is faster. Okay. Full play, fair play from him. He's breaking a focus sash. Maybe he's preparing for Up Wash or Anchor play. I'm just gonna go for Mach Punch and Stomping Tantrum. Worst you can do is switch in Charizard for me. Anchor, okay. So unfortunately I revealed the mental herb. I'm not anchored, but it can anchor me again the next turn. What? Oh fuck. Okay, like I know that my Mach Punch does at least sweet KO Diggers by basically. I did not expect it to leave the double up, most importantly, because I am effectively I have quite some investment in attack on Garchomp, so I didn't expect it to leave at 1 HP. That feels a bit lucky. I do want to preserve the Garchomp in case for Lucario mainly. So I just switch in for Tyranitar and Icy Wind. He's probably gonna go for Quash and I didn't wanna risk him doubling the Garchomp with full play. I also don't like revealing Ice Union, but I want to KO Digger's Bite and do cheap damage on the Sableye. Okay. This is a very good position because I can Ice Union double KO and protect to maintain the focus edge in case of Quash. And whatever he has in the back it should lose, unless I miss Ice Union. He also goes for a self KO, which is actually perfect in case of a miss on my side. And oh, it's Yakaberry Digger's Bite. Okay. I would have thought Focus Edge, so then it's probably bulked up a bit, and that's why it left the Stomping Plus match. Okay. Lucario and Charizard. So my play is just going to be Icy Wing and Rock Slide. Because if he's Scarf and KOs Froslass, then Garchomp comes in and wins. If he's Scarf and like protects, then he's lower next turn. So I also win. Meteor Mash, okay, still Scarf. Meteor Mash KOs, and at this range, Stomping Tantrum should KO. I think he brought the same team as last time, don't think he changed anything at this point. Like Lucario still Scarf, same 6. Probably didn't have time to make changes himself. So I'm gonna reveal that Garchomp is Scarf this time. With Stomping and Rock Slide. Like if he had targeted Tyranitar, Icy Wind Rock Slide would have KO'd Charizard, so I would have won anyway, and if he went for no protect, like Tyranitar would have been faster, had he protected then Lucario would have been slower the following turn. There is lots of weather changing here. Okay, so Lucario is dead. Great. I just need to not miss Rock Slide at this point. Solar Beam is the right play, of course, on his side. On Tyranitar. I just need to hit the Rock Slide to win. Okay, great. Close one, closer than I would have liked, honestly. So I didn't bring Sylvan this time around. That said, now that I think about it, Scovillain does look great here. Simply because it threatens Diggersby and his other mode. So I'm thinking maybe I can go Froslass and Scovillain because Icy Wind lets it outspeed Diggersby. And I can bring Tyranitar Garchomp in the back. With no Infernape or Toxapex this time. Mainly because I want to respect the Diggersby which came. So... And I'm also trying to respect the Victreebel this time. The one thing I've noticed is that with Infernape, if I go for Fake Out a Rock Tomb with Garchomp, then my Infernape is faster unless it's also Jolly Victreebel. Okay, so far Infernape did his job, unfortunately, aside of missing the KO on Diggersby. Like, I'm not too invested in attack, but I figured that would be enough, especially like on a focus sash set. So I don't want him to anchor my Scovillain. So I think I'm just gonna go for I'm trying to think if I want to Weather Ball. Yeah, probably I want to Weather Ball. Like I could have also gone for Protect here, in case of Fake Out Meteor Mesh. But I kinda like getting the damage around. Feels the right thing to do. I don't wanna be anchored the next turn, like I could have gone for Protect and double, I mean Flare Blitz plus Protect, but then gets to next turn potentially anchor my Froslass if I don't Rage Powder and I want to Flare Blitz. So I'm just gonna go for damage. Final Gambit, honestly that's completely fine by me. I also lived, which is great, because I would... so it's probably with 172 minus 9. So this means the Sableye is probably dead. So he's 163 HP on the... on his on his Lucario. Lucario 163 HP. Okay. Okay, this was actually perfect. So at this point, I can just go for Icy Wind and Leaf Storm, right? Well, I think I probably want to go for Icy Wind and Protect. This way, if he goes for Mega Charizard and Protect, the next turn I can Leaf Storm the Diggersby and bring in Charizard to Rock Tomb. Sorry, Garchomp to Rock Tomb. So I'm just gonna go for Protect and Icy Wind. So he did not protect Scovillain, but honestly that's completely fine. What I was worried about was Protect plus Mega and Heatwave, because I would not guarantee the -1 speed, which was my main concern, honestly, because otherwise it would have outsped Tyranitar and it would have been a bit more annoying. So I kind of expect him to protect here. honestly. Trying to think. Because I can leave Storm Thunderbolt. I probably want to go for Garchomp switching. And no, it's probably Leaf Storm and Protect. I guess he does protect the Ghost by now. In which case, if he does, then I bring Tyranitar in next turn because I can stop him from going for Solar Beam. Yeah, okay. And Hatred, okay. Most importantly, if I bring Tyranitar in right now, I don't risk my Garchomp taking a Weather Ball with. Yeah, I think it's Tyranitar. And the move is Super Power on the Bigger Spine, which should KO. And at this point I should still Ice Wind just in case it's a weird roll, because anyway Garchomp wins against Charizard in the sun. I mean in the sand, sorry. Outside of Sandvale even. I'm very happy with Ice Wind. I think that was very important in this matchup. Like, it ended up being key to winning. Like, it made Biggest Bite faster than Tyranitar and allowed me to run Tyranitar Sash over Scarf. And I'm just very surprised it didn't bring any Aerodactyl, honestly. I think Aerodactyl White Aero plus Sash Biggest Bite was great. Actually, the play should have probably been Weather Ball Rock. I just didn't think about clicking it. I don't think I've ever clicked Weather Ball Rock. So GG to Max. And next week it's me versus Wendt. Only thing is I'll be away, so it'll probably take a while before the game, but we'll see how it goes. He has plus size, so it will be very interesting.